Howdy folks, I am Ruzkiel and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we did a very rough logic dive in order to find out that Junko lured the survivors of the killing school life into the program by displaying our situation, the killing school trip, to the members of the Future Foundation themselves. And then we talked a little bit more about how we're all boned, regardless of what choice we pick. And now we're bringing out the Mastermind, Izuru Kamakura, the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy. It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name, it was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right? However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura, if I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called Ultimate Hope, right? Acquire many talents. I wonder if that's going to have a factor in any of this. Because immediately once they said that, I just got to thinking back to how there's now an alter ego Junko and how something like that would have been created. Because you would need ultimate programmer capabilities in order to do that. And they were talking about how they combine, and they were talking about how they needed 3 different ultimates in order to make the Neo World program in the first place. There's a lot of questions around this guy all of a sudden. Because if that's the case, then wouldn't he have been associated with the Future Foundation? And as soon as I said that, it brought to mind the fact that someone uploaded the virus into the Neo World program, and there was speculation that whoever did that would have been part of the Future Foundation. Interesting. All of a sudden, all sorts of questions are coming up. I guess we'll see what happens. Does that founder guy have the same name as the Ultimate Hope guy? Is that some kind of coincidence even possible? The Future Foundation might know something, right? How about it, Kyoko? Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura. It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. Well, they did a good job of covering it up then. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me to explain. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine. The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Why did the Academy hide his existence? He killed a bunch of people? If I recall, they were trying to protect the superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, the prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy.
They never said who he killed.
Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
And you're the one who set it up, right? Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko and Ashima killed them. Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Really? We're going there? What? What?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
That's a hell of a bold statement. Huh?
Alrighty! If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand. You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about? Liar, there's no way! There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura. Izuru is the ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
That's right! Hajime is one of those reserve course student dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
I'm Izuru Kamakura? Uh-oh. What's our argument? How are we going to prove this? This was actually a pretty good, this was actually a pretty good twist on the whole thing. Now, let's see. The cultivation plan? No. The founder... I wonder what that is. List of subjects, not the remnants of despair. I mean, ultimately, the reserve department is the best thing I can think of. Okay, so even though you were mocked for being a reserve corps student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope. How can someone from the reserve corps have such an amazing talent like that? In order to hide the identity... Was he hidden in the reserve course? Then Hajime's name is fake? There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hanada. I've always had that name, ever since I was born. Then Izuru is your fake name. Hey, weren't you lying to us? You weren't lying to us, right? I do not want any more last-minute plot twists. Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru. Created hope, huh? Created hope, huh? Because I don't think it's a doubt that they hit it. Created hope, huh? There was only one survivor. I don't know how that contradicts created hope, though. To the rising at... Let's see, at certain someone took advantage of the incident to provoke the dissatisfied reserve students into rising against the academy. That's not gonna be it. It's the subjects. Really nothing there. Okay, it just clicked with me. It just clicked with me. The term created hope, and here we have the hope cultivation program, which is consolidating all the evidence. Gosh, it took a way too long for that to click in my mind. And the current me and Izuru Kamakura are, what did Hope Spike Academy do to me? Okay, let's see. So here's the cultivation program, cultivation plan, and then we just go through the whole thing. They did hide his identity, or at least they covered up the tragedy. So it ought to be right around here somewhere. Created hope. Yes. Okay, the cultivation program, cultivation plan. God, I knew something was going to slip through the cracks on me. You know, since I was silent the whole time because I was in like total deep thought mode, and I was going through thoughts at a pace, not necessarily at a pace that would have been unfeasible to state, but it would not have helped me actually draw any links to anything. I'm probably just going to cut all that out, so it's not going to be so bad. Maybe. Created hope. Are you talking about the hope cultivation plan? Hope cultivation plan? What is that? A while back I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was planned to create the perfect genius.
Create?
For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates. Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder and called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as lab rats.
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent. From that group of reserve course students, the one who was finally chosen was Hajime, who stands before you now.
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
Huh?
You still don't get it? You were used by the Academy. They exploited your feelings of admiration towards Hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
What?
See, didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
And after many surprises, Hajime Hanada was transformed into Izuru 1.0.
Did you say transformed? What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius. So naturally, they went to extremes.
They straight.
By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hanata.
I get the feeling this wasn't with his consent, which is pretty screwed up.
Into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura. Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me.
Okay, so there was a founder of Hope's Peak Academy named Izuru Kamakura, and then it's not necessarily his kid, but his legacy. Yes, that's the perfect word to put it. His legacy was also called Izuru Kamakura, and then he went on the killing spree, and that led to the whole thing. That's pretty crazy.
But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit. That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close. Seriously, it's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and steady hand. I admire it so much it makes my mind numb. By the way, you're just a simple avatar right now, so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
I wonder if there's a picture of it. I wonder if there's a scar on the picture here. Hold on a second. I'm straight up interested. Is there? Well, you can't really see it. How about the founder? Probably not. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay. Well, that's that. Did they really do something like that? But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Different person? How is he different?
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised. All of his memories of the past have been forcibly suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Emotions, thoughts, hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory? It sounds like he's a completely different person.
So that's why it's surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past. I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat. But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
And when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown,
He will disappear.
disappear?
All that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy. He will no longer be Hajime Hanada.
Disappear? I'm going to disappear? I don't feel too bad. Most everyone here will disappear to a certain extent. Disappear. 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 Disappear.